Hi, it's Steve. Today we'd like to show you how to change the control board on your dryer. It's a really easy repair. Let me show you how we do it. Now before we begin this repair, the first thing we'll need to do is to disconnect power to the dryer. So either pull it far enough forward that you can unplug it, or locate the electrical panel and turn off the appropriate breaker, or remove the appropriate fuses. Once we've done that, we can start the repair. Now that we've disconnected the power, we'll need to pull the dryer far enough forward that we can access the back of the dryer to remove 2 retaining screws that secure the main top to the cabinet. So using either a Phillips screwdriver or a 10mm socket, we'll remove those 2 screws. Now next, we're just going to grasp both sides of that main top, pull it back about 1 inch until it's disengaged from the control panel housing. We can lift up on it and set it aside. Now with the main top removed, we're next going to take out these 3 screws that secure that housing to the cabinet. We're just going to rotate that around until we can access the harness connections on the board itself. Simply going to remove each of those in turn. So we simply need to depress the locking tab and then separate those harnesses. You can undo the main harness from the restraint. Again, depress the locking tabs. Now on these larger harness connectors on the relays, you may need a flat blade screwdriver or a pair of pliers to pry those away. There are typically not any locking tabs on those, but they're normally on there quite snug. And when using any type of tool to remove those wire harness connectors, be sure to grasp the connector and not the wire. Try not to twist them sideways, try to pull them straight off. And again, we'll remove the harness from the restraint. And we'll fit the harness onto the new housing, reattach each of the individual harness connectors, making sure that any locking tabs are engaged and that the connectors fit on nice and snug. And check for any signs of arcing or corrosion, and if so, you'll need to replace the connector ends. And again, make sure that the locking tabs engage. Now when mounting that housing to the side of the cabinet, we need to make sure that the tab at the front sits on top of that support bracket and that the clip on the back sits on top of the cabinet. The rest of that housing will fit under the flange on the cabinet. Slide it into place until the screw holes line up. And once that's secure, we're ready to put the main top back on. Now when installing the top panel, we need to ensure that these rectangular openings in the front edge of that top panel engage the clips on the back of the console. As well, there's a little cutout on the bottom edge of that top, and it has to sit back far enough that it will slide in under this hook on that support bracket on both sides. So we'll place it evenly side to side, about 1 inch back from the edge of that control panel, and pull it forward. Make sure it engages all of those tabs, as well as the hooks on the top of the cabinet. It should be flush all along the sides. And then we'll install the 2 retaining screws at the back. We tighten those both securely, and then we'll push the dryer back into position. We're now ready to push the dryer back into place, reconnect the power, and your repair is complete.